What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 6, and today is July 10th, 2020. So I hope that you guys are doing okay. Josh, I heard that your week was pretty good. You want to tell me anything about anything that happened this week to you personally?
Yeah, this week was really productive. Things were kind of tough the first couple of days. One of my coworkers retired. He had been working with us for almost 20 years. So he went ahead and he retired. So I'm filling in for him right now on top of some other things, So that was kind of high pressure, but I finally got used to that. I've quit smoking cigarettes entirely. So I haven't been craving a cigarette. I haven't really craved a cigarette in 3 days now. So even the smell of it kind of makes me like sick now at this point. So that's good. Made some good money this week. I sold all of my Chevron stock. Earlier in the year, I bought it for pretty cheap and turned like a 53% profit. So I made a pretty good chunk of change. So that was a pretty good gain. I did that today, and so yeah, it's been really good. My girlfriend got a new car finally. She's not out of car. She went from her little Versa to she got a 2019 Kia Optima. So it's a really nice, clean car.
Yeah, Kias are good.
Yeah, they're really reliable cars. But yeah, dude, today was great, and the whole week's been really good. How about you, man? Have you had a good week?
I mean, it was alright. I was kind of by myself at work at the service desk at freaking Walmart all week, so that shit was kind of annoying. I figured out that apparently one of the coworkers that I work with, he hears voices and shit in his head. So I'm just waiting for the day that he comes in with a whole fucking AR-15 and starts shooting. But kill them all. Like, I'm just waiting for that day, bro. I'm waiting on it. Because he had like a nervous breakdown and like threw up all over himself and was crying, and he pissed on himself behind the service desk and shit.
Damn.
So it was,
holy shit.
It wasn't really but so here's some motivation for you guys today. This is kind of what this whole podcast is going to be about, really, is I want you guys to make sure to just stand for what you believe in, okay? And I mean, no matter what, just stand for what you believe in. Don't worry about what people say about you. If you have a dream, go towards it. Don't let anybody get in your way. I want you to have that mindset of, I'd rather die standing on my own 2 feet than to live on my knees and have people walk over me, okay? And if you live with that mindset, I guarantee you'll be successful, okay? Leave something behind in this world that is positive. Always give yourself high goals. Don't give yourself, okay, I want to make $30,000 a year. No. Why not go for 50? Why not go for 70? 6 figures. Give yourself a higher goal. You're worth it. You have anything to say about that, Josh?
Absolutely. Sorry, man. I dropped something. I was like, as soon as you asked me.
You good?
As soon as you asked me, I dropped something. Anyway, really, if you don't set goals for yourself, there's really no path to put yourself on. A lot of people just sit there and work themselves into a circle, and they never move up, or they don't set any goals for themselves. So you don't make progress setting no goals. So basically, if you've got a 10-year plan of where you want to be in 10 years, if you put more urgency into your plan, you can try to shoot and get it done in a year instead of 10 years, and chances are you may fail. And I'm pretty sure Elon Musk said this, chances are you're going to fail, but you'll be a lot further in that year that you failed than you would have been, accepting that it would have taken 10 years. You know what I mean? So, when you set limits on what you're capable of, and if you don't put yourself around positive people who are successful, or who put you down, if you hang around the wrong type of people, they're going to be the type that want to hold you down as well. So, never set limits for yourself.
All right, so time to piss a bunch of people off.
Oh,
I
yeah,
cannot
go off.
wait
Go off, homie.
to hear the response on this statement that I'm about to make. So, fun fact, guys, did you know did you know that it's more likely for a person in America to get struck by lightning than for an unarmed black man to be killed by police? Seems like the bigger issue is somewhere else in this country. So, here's an analogy that may make sense to you guys. Say, God forbid, you get really sick with cancer or something equally as deadly, but then you stub your toe. What are you going to be worried about more, the possible broken toe or the cancer that is plaguing your entire body, killing you slowly? The broken toe stands for police brutality on black Americans. The cancer stands for areas like Chicago, Illinois, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, etc., where black people kill one another at an alarming rate, including little children. A few weekends back, 22 people were killed and almost 100 others were shot and seriously wounded. Oh, and by the way, that is in simply Chicago alone. That's it. Just in Chicago. Just in the last few weeks, 9 little kids have been murdered. For what? But Black Lives Matter, huh? For real? Black Lives Matter still? Is that what you guys are still standing for? But there's little kids out here being murdered by you guys? I've been really pissed off this past few weeks seeing some of the most disturbing stories ever. And people are still on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just posting Black Lives Matter. Black Lives. Do you guys even know what that shit stands for? Excuse my language. Sorry. I don't want to cuss when I'm going off like this. But just listen, okay? I'm not black, so forgive me, but the people with the same skin color as mine are too scared to speak the truth right now. And it's as simple as that. Whether it's the white guilt from the past or they don't want to be labeled a racist. Label me whatever you want. I know that I'm not a racist. I love everyone equally, no matter if you're black, yellow, orange, white, pink, brown, invisible. I don't give a damn what you are. I'm still gonna love you, period. I'll judge you by the content of your character. But at the end of the day, only God can truly judge you. So just remember that. So before you post your next BLM post on social media, or go out to another quote-unquote peaceful protest, the same peaceful protest that shot a little girl in the freaking head last week. Yeah, so just remember that. The BLM, the website, the Black Lives Matter website, they don't want to say anything about the things that are going on in these cities every single week, every single day. But they do mention Marxism quite a bit. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but I would just look it up. It's pretty much communism. They mention that quite a bit.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, it's still not working out, but they do mention that quite a bit. So yeah, if you really want to do something, if you really want to be all about Black Lives Matter, do your research and find a way to help these cities that are just completely overrun with violence. I mean, whether that's donating or just bring the awareness up about it like I'm trying to do. I've donated a few times to GoFundMes and stuff. I'm not going to sit here and brag about it, but those families need it more than I do. And you guys are just sitting here posting BLM, BLM. Oh, you don't support BLM? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. For real. I'm getting so sick of hearing it, man. Every single week. Wake up. Sorry. Thank you for listening to my open statement. And I'm shaking because I'm so pissed off right now. For real. I'm just going to get into the news. There's a lot of things that happened this week that I really want to talk about. One of those things was a white woman was charged with a felony assault for using her Second Amendment to protect herself and her unborn child after being threatened and assaulted by black people. Not that that matters, but it will matter here in a second. she gets called a racist by these black women simply because she bumped into a little 15-year-old girl.
What state was that in?
I think that was in... I can't remember. I think it was maybe... not Seattle. I can't remember what state it was in. I probably should have looked that up, honestly. I know that a lot of these news stories have happened in Seattle this week.
I just wanted to
I don't know
know
if that's one of them.
I just wanted to know what the stand your ground laws were, or if there were any in that state where that occurred, because I was wanting to look it up and see if she had any reasonable cause.
Yeah, I'll actually play the clip right now if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify, I'll just play the audio. So I'll do that right now.
And you're on camera.
Okay.
You're feeling threatened.
Okay, well, go in.
No, Mom.
I got this.
You're blocking me from getting in my car.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't. No, we weren't. You're ignorant.
Go ahead, call the police.
No, we will, but you're not going to sit there and violate a 15-year-old.
She's ignorant.
Do it, bitch. Do it.
Go ahead.
Do it. I want you to
Call
do
the
something.
police.
She's very ignorant.
Dumbass bitch. Yeah, I said it. You say something, I'll beat your white ass too. Yeah, oh,
You-
I will. Do something. Please put your
Do
motherfucking
something.
hands up.
Do something.
Please.
Who the fuck do you think you guys
Who do
are?
you
Who
think
you white think you are?
You calling her name?
yeah,
She
you-
did nothing to you.
Yeah,
I
she
didn't.
apologize.
I
Go ahead,
didn't.
Kayla.
No, you didn't. You're very racist and ignorant.
You're racist because you're calling
No,
her
you
name.
bumped it. She bumped into it.
Why would you bump into
You
her?
cannot just
Why
walk
would
around
you
calling
bump her?
white
Why
people
would you bump her?
racist. This is not that
Why
type
would
of
you
world.
bump her?
White people
Why
are
would
racist.
you bump her?
No one's
Why
racist.
would you bump her?
I
Why
care
did you
about
say
you.
sorry?
I care
Why
about
did you say
you,
sorry?
and I'm sorry if you
Why
had an
did you say
incident
sorry?
that has made
If you
someone
bumped
make
into
you
her,
feel
why
like
did you
that.
say sorry?
No one is racist.
If you didn't do
I'm
anything, why
sorry
would
if
you do
you
that?
had something like that happen.
Ignorant. Ignorant.
Okay.
Very. Mom, watch.
Get the fuck away from me!
You gonna get on her face.
You better get on my fucking face
Right now, get away.
Get the fuck away!
Get the fuck
Get
back.
away. Get the fuck away.
Are you gonna hit? You gonna shoot me?
Get the fuck away.
Oh!
Get away. Call the cops right now. Call them.
Oh!
Call the cops.
Get the fuck away.
Call the cops.
Get away.
She got the gun on me.
Call
He
them
hit me
now.
with the car. Call them. I'm telling. Get the
Call the cops.
Get the license plate.
Get.
Get the license plate now. Cause you were never about to hit me with the damn
Don't
car.
you
about
fucking
to hit
know.
me with the car?
fucking
Oh,
know.
both of y'all put the guns on me.
Yeah.
Okay? Call Richard back up to the police. Call Richard back up here now.
I got it. Don't you fucking jump behind my
no,
car.
no, I ain't jumping on your car. What
Don't you fucking jump.
Mom, stop moving.
Stop,
Mom.
Get the fuck back. Back the fuck up. No, you can't fucking leave.
You got all this on video? Yes.
Call the police. No.
Mom, stop walking.
Hello, police. Call the police. Can you go back to your call the police? Call the police. You fucking
They pulled the gun out on her.
These white people, they're so racist. They pulled a gun on my mama, both of them. It was a white lady and a white man.
So as you can see or hear from that video, the white woman, she was clearly under distress. She was clearly trying to take care of her child. If you watch the video, you can clearly see that the woman was standing behind the car, beating on the back of the window, saying, "Get out, bitch! Get out, bitch!" That's what she was saying. And then when she got out trying to protect herself, the little girl called the cops, which, you know, you guys are trying to defund, but we'll get on that later. Calling the cops saying, "These white people, they're so racist." Really? What does it have to do with her being white? You could have just said this woman. You could have just said that. But no, it's these white people are so racist. I'm just sick of it, bro. Like, I'm so sick of it.
They just
People
They just think that they'll
simply
get biased
defending
help.
themselves.
They just think that they'll get biased help if they say it like that, or maybe it's just a habit. But it's really sickening that people are putting dirt on our kind like that.
So, what's your stance on the Second Amendment thing? Like, she was clearly protecting herself in that video. They were assaulting her, calling her name, saying that they wanted to beat the shit out of her and everything.
Listen.
And she was just like, back up.
Yeah, if you're in your vehicle here in this state in Tennessee, we have a stand your ground law, and we have what is a castle doctrine law. So if you are in a privately owned vehicle, or if you were in your home, excuse me, if you are in a privately owned vehicle or you're in your home, and you feel threatened for your life, you are allowed to use lethal force if it's necessary. Like I said, but even whether you have a carry permit or not in the state of Tennessee, if somebody invades your home, or if they invade your vehicle and you are feeling like your life is at risk, or you're going to be in harm's way, you have the right to use deadly force if necessary at the time. So, but whatever state she might have been in, there are other laws in place in certain states. I think Arizona might be one of them. Or
I figured out what state it was. It's in Michigan. It's Detroit.
Okay. So in Detroit, they have pretty heavy gun regulations, especially in the city, because Detroit's kind of violent. Not quite as violent as Chicago, but it still does have a pretty high crime rate. It's up there. It's pretty up there in crime rate. But in certain states like that, you have a right to retreat law, I believe is what it's called, or something similar, where you have to, if you have somewhere safe to retreat, that has to be your first option. You can't resort to violence or deadly force first. If you have a safe place to retreat, you have to try that option first. But then, if you feel that your life is in danger later on at that point, then you're allowed to use deadly force. Or some other states even have the law that if you are able to get out of the house, that's what you have to do. You have to leave your own premises and call the police. But if your life's in danger, you still have no right to defend yourself in some states. You have no right to use deadly force.
Yeah, my whole point was the fact that they were standing behind the car.
Right.
They could not leave. They were trying to back out of the parking lot. I'm pretty sure it was in front of, well, you guys will see the video, but it was in front of a store, and they were just backing out of the parking lot, and the people would not let them leave, period.
Yeah, I think they had every right to do what they did.
It's not like she started shooting. She was just like, back up, let us leave, let me get in my car and leave. And you can see in the video, she said, I love you, I'm sorry that you feel that way, I'm sorry that you think that we're racist, blah 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 blah. If you guys hear my cat in the background, I am so sorry. He's loud as hell. Leo, damn, man, every day.
That
So
lady
if you
had
hear him in the background, I'm so sorry.
that lady had every right to do what she did, and it's unfortunate that it had to come to that. But
Yeah, now she's being charged with a felony assault. I don't know what's going to happen to the couple. I don't know if they're facing actual jail time, prison time. I don't know what's going on.
I think that's a light way to put it. Calling it felony assault rather than attempted murder. So I mean, that's there's a fine line between felony assault and attempted murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would not look good on her record. But
right.
At the end of the day, I completely agree with what the woman did. She was trying to protect herself, her baby, and even her husband. I mean, he's the one that was just sitting in the car saying, "Get your ass back in the car, Barbara."
Right.
Like, I mean, she was packing, bro. Like she was like, back up, like let me leave. So, and then they tried to make it a race thing, which that's what's wrong with this country. It's not a race thing. She was trying to protect herself. So, let me get to the defunding police thing. So the ones who support this movement, sorry, I can't speak. This cat is loud. Shut up, Leo. Damn. Every day. So, the ones that support this movement, for real, are you guys stupid? I'm just asking, are you stupid? And please stop with the nonsense that the words defund the police means something else entirely. The word defund, if you want to educate yourselves, means to prevent the continuation of receiving funds. Period. Meaning the police would eventually start having to lay off the workers, which would eventually lead to the eradication of police in that city entirely. So,
Yep.
Stop trying to change the narrative.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that, Josh?
I mean,
the whole
that it makes me angry, but it's a really important thing to think about. You know, even though it sounds unrealistic, it is a really important thing to think about what would happen if that were to be the case. If you were to defund the police in the entire North American region,
Yeah, this
that
whole country would destroy itself in a matter of months, bro.
Not only would that be the case, but not only that, there would be everybody would be, you know, martial law would be enforced throughout the entire land.
Yeah,
So-
there'd be military on every street corner. Do you really want that? Like,
No,
that's
I
worse,
mean,
bro.
And if you're not shooting, if you're not in a firefight with the National Guard or something crazy like that, you'd be in a firefight with your neighbor or some shit for resources.
Yeah, bro, this ain't The Last of Us. This is America. Like,
Yeah, exactly. This is not the last.
we need police at the end of the day. Like, there are so many good police officers out there, and you guys are blind to this shit, and it pisses me off. Yes, there's a few bad apples that maybe some of them are even racist, but I mean, that's the police department's fault. It's not police officers in general.
They don't
I mean-
have that kind of training. I mean, there's no race equality training in the police academy. So if you get some racist dude that's you know, whether it's the sheriff himself or if it's, you know, just a regular sheriff's deputy or a lieutenant or whatever, you know, they don't
Yeah.
have equality training because you're not taught to look at somebody based upon their race. You're taught how to handle a situation
Protect
based
and
upon
serve.
yeah, protect and serve. There's no protect and serve the whites. There's no protect and serve the blacks or the Asians or the Mexicans or anything like that. It's protect and serve, and that means everybody.
Exactly. And Josh is over here spitting.
I
Right.
got bars, bro.
I'm telling you, like, everything you just said was pure facts. Like, I don't understand why every single cop is being looked at like that right now. It just pisses me off. And you guys are wanting to defund them? Seriously, this country would destroy itself. Period. Like, you need police. The little black girl on the video was yelling, "Police! These white people trying to kill my mama and auntie." Like, bro, if you don't go on somewhere, and you were probably one of the people screaming last week, like the week previous, to defund the police. And now when you feel like your life is threatened, now you want the cops.
As soon as you're in a fucked up situation, you want the police to be there.
Now you want the police? Oh, and if the police show up and they take the white woman's side, oh, it's defund the police again.
Yep, then it's fuck the police. Yeah,
It's fuck the 5-0. Like, instantly, fuck 12. Like,
and 13.
I don't understand.
And 14.
Yeah, and 15 and 16. Bro. Like, I don't understand any of this. It doesn't make sense.
It's fucked up.
You guys don't make sense. And it's
It's
not just
fucked
black
up.
people either. Honestly, it's mostly white people. Because they're the ones they have so much white guilt in their system that they're like, damn, if I don't speak up now, everybody's going to label me as a racist. And that's what's so messed up about the country right now. Speak up. Stand for what you believe in. If you think some shit is fucked up, talk about it. Stop agreeing with it. I don't understand how somebody can read these stories about these 9 little kids, all of them being black, by the way, being shot and killed just because of these protests and stuff.
Well, people are just under the mindset. You're like, oh, it is what it is, man. It's just.
Yeah, it is what it is. But if a white man kills a black man, oh, that's national news. We can't have that. Period. We can't have that at all.
Oh man, it's just useless to. It's hard to fight, you know, because so many people are think the same way we do. But you know, and I know you're saying a lot of people don't talk about it, but you know, it's so hard to get people to think this way. And even no matter how much
A lot
information
of
you
people are
press,
scared.
no matter how much information you press, people are always going to disagree.
Exactly. It's just, I don't know, man. When I watched that story about the little girls and little boys being killed, just simply in Chicago, or not even in Chicago, that was all across the country, but it really got to me, bro. Like, those are kids. They don't know any better. And this is happening because of all this Black Lives Matter shit. Everything, all
Right.
violence across the country has rose so much because of this. So, yeah, it's just, I'm sick of it, man. I'm so sick of it. But I mean, I'm white, so I'm not allowed to say any of this. So just take all of this that I'm saying with a grain of salt, because you're probably not gonna even bother.
We're just getting started.
Yeah. So, the NFL.
Mm.
Oh Lord, they trying to stay woke. All right. So they're apparently going to be playing the Black National Anthem before the American National Anthem before each game on opening weekend. Now a lot of you guys probably don't care about the NFL. That's fine, but this is not about the NFL. So isn't all of this movement, isn't it supposed to bring us together, right, Josh? That's what it's supposed to make them feel like they are wanted in America.
Yes.
And that they are needed in
This
America.
is supposed to be an equality thing.
So why are they doing a Black National Anthem? Isn't that just going to make them feel like they're not wanted in the country and that they're not a part of America?
I thought that was the point of Black History Month and all of that stuff. I thought, the whole point of Black History Month was to remember, African American,
stood for
citizens
America.
that stood for America and did things to help benefit America and make it the way it is today.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah, Rosa
Parks.
Yeah, absolutely. Harriet Tubman. You name it. There's and even today there's tons of
Black people built this country. They
Yeah.
were one of the main races. If you want to talk about races, they're one of the main races that built this country to be what it is today. So I don't know why you guys feel like you're not wanted. I don't know why white people are sitting here agreeing that they have white privilege, because at the end of the day, all they're doing is admitting that they're better than you, which they are not.
White privilege and white superiority is all a bunch of bullshit, and it's a myth because you and I are pretty intelligent individuals, but there are tons of people of different cultures and races that are much smarter than I could ever be in my entire life. And they're capable of so much more than I'll ever be. It's amazing. But
there's go ahead.
No, I'm good. I was just, it's just something I'm so passionate about, and I wish people would understand, and I even got into an argument about it today with somebody who's just under the impression that, white people are the superior race when, overall white people, when they're the majority in a certain area, I mean, they commit the majority of crime, but this individual is trying to say African Americans commit, more rape and more murder than whites, and he was trying to say in the U.S., per capita and all this stuff, and I just thought it was really obscene.
Not only is it false, but it's like he's being completely poisoned. His whole mindset is being brainwashed by this whole movement.
It's the people he hangs out with, man. Him and I used to be really close, and he's just I feel like he's been poisoned, and it makes me really upset.
Yeah, it sucks. Like there's a lot of friends and stuff that I have that it's really hard to continue being friends with them because their brain is being so brainwashed from all this stuff that I don't even know who they are as a person anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to say names. I mean, they're not even going to listen to this podcast anyway, but I'm sure some people that are listening have an idea who I'm talking about. But yeah, the whole Black National Anthem, that's the stupidest idea that the NFL has came up with, and they've said some dumb shit in the past. This is definitely the worst thing I've seen coming from the NFL, me personally. So I definitely am not going to be watching week 1 because I don't want to see. That's literally oppression on live TV.
Yeah, you're damn right it is. You're damn right it is.
I'm not taking part in that shit at all.
And you know what?
That's oppressing black people.
They're gonna lose a lot of money over it too.
Yeah, that's why they said they're only going to do it opening week.
Right.
Like they're going to test the waters, and then they're not going to do that shit the following week.
Testing the waters is still going to fuck them over, in my opinion. Pardon my language, but
no, that's all good. So let's see. In Seattle, I think it was about a week and a half ago at this point, there's a man that has been charged with vehicular homicide for hitting 2 women on the interstate. Okay, that's the thing that makes me laugh. On the interstate, on the highway, on the interstate. Okay, not in the street, not on down a little road. On the interstate, where people are going like 65 miles an hour.
80, bro. Like, people around here be going 80, 90 miles an hour.
I mean, nobody goes the speed limit. Let's be real. Like, you'll get your ass ran over if you go 60 on the interstate.
Yeah, around here
on
anyway.
I-40. Yeah. But we got them crazy ass rednecks that are going 158
in a truck.
Yeah, in a 20. But
Yeah, in a 20
in a
school
20
zone. In a
Hell
school
yeah.
zone.
Hit them kids. Yeah, like,
Fuck them kids.
yeah. They don't give a damn. But so the thing about this is it'd be another thing if it was pure daytime, like it was bright as hell outside. This incident happened at 1:40 in the morning. Now, one of the women that got hit unfortunately did pass away. Rest in peace to this woman, even though she was doing some dumbass shit. They were protesting on the highway, on the freaking interstate. No warning signs. There was no lights. They were not wearing vests. I don't understand. And now this man is facing bail of over $1 million. So, in my view, this is the way I look at it. It should be viewed as an accident, period. And people in the Black Lives Matter community tried to paint this man as a white man. He was black. He was black. And he hit another white woman in the street. But the Black Lives Matter community tried to paint him as a white man. He was not white. So, kind of shows you how corrupt that entire organization is. And if you stand for it, you're an idiot. That's all I gotta say. You're an idiot. You need to educate yourselves. You're stupid. Okay? Do you have any thoughts on that whatsoever? About that story?
Man, I'm so shocked by the story, to be honest with you, that I don't even like have any strong opinions about it. It just shocks me that anybody would be on the interstate, like literally on the interstate, without being in a car or around a car. You know, like if you get hit on the interstate, it's your own fault. Not always, you know. I'm not gonna say always, but
yeah, you could be parked on the side of the road, you know, on the barrier to where, you know, you pull over and stuff, and there could be somebody that's over the line and hit your ass, and yeah, that's their fault.
Yeah, it's not always gonna be your fault, but you know, there's a fine line between, you know, ignorance and fucking stupidity.
I would play the video, but since the woman died, I don't think I'm gonna do that. But the video is definitely out there. It shows the woman. I don't know if it was the woman that unfortunately passed away that was filming or the other woman, but one of them was filming, and it was pretty graphic. Like the camera went flying and you could hear them getting hit. The guy was trying to swerve out of the way, but it was around a corner, so he couldn't see. The guy was going like 60 on the interstate, and there was no signs, no nothing, and he unfortunately hit somebody, and he stopped, and I'm assuming that he was probably being threatened by these people, so he drove away. Because, you know, Black Lives Matter, they're all about violence and Marxism, like I said earlier, so they're probably trying to, you know, set his car on fire or some shit, as far as I wouldn't be surprised. So this next one is pretty funny. If you still hear my cat in the background, Leo, for the love of ass, man, go away. He just wants food. You have food. You have cat food. He's always wanting some damn adult shit. And then he ends up puking afterwards. Anyway. So, in Seattle. I think this was in Seattle. No, it was not in Seattle. It was in California. Okay. We have a lot of Seattle today. So, California, there was 2 residents charged with a hate crime. Just for painting over a mural of Black Lives Matter on the street. So it spelled out Black Lives Matter in yellow across the street, and they were painting over it. And they got charged with a hate crime for it. But yet, people in the past few weeks have been ripping down statues and graffitiing on statues and other things that represent what our country was built on. And they're just like, oh yeah, go ahead, continue. Hell yeah, yeah, rip down that statue. Like they don't care, man.
Oh,
but
no.
Yet this couple, I think it was a couple, it was a man and a woman, charged with a hate crime just because they don't agree with Black Lives Matter movement. Yes, obviously Black Lives Matter, but the message behind those 3 words stands for something so much
It's
darker.
It's as if it's as if, you know, if you retaliate in any kind of way other than protecting yourself to a certain degree, it's a hate crime.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this is my little closeout message, okay? Because there's not really much to talk about on the painting over the mural thing. I mean, it is what it is. I think it's
ridiculous.
Charged with a hate crime. It's just
ridiculous
at this point. So, a hate crime is it's not a huge crime, but it does not look good on you. On your record, definitely. If you get charged with a hate crime, I mean, a lot of people won't hire you and stuff if you have a hate
you might
crime
as
on
well
your
be
record.
self-employed if you can. You know, that's the only thing you can do. You know, for me, coming from a financial standpoint, the only thing you can do at that point is unless your employer doesn't care, the only thing they care about is your skill set, you might as well be self-employed, because you get a hate crime on your record, you might as well kiss any kind of big job goodbye.
Exactly, like a hate crime. I just can't get over that.
Nah,
that shit is just
man, let's
stupid
fucking
to
quit
me.
talking about that crap, man. That's terrible.
But so here's my little closeout message. I hope that you guys enjoyed everything we talked about and actually took that shit in. But here's something that's really been getting to me recently, and it's the fact that since I'm white and since Josh is white, we
Very.
technically don't have the right to free speech in this current state of our country. And just because I use my free speech, I'm usually classified as a racist. So, and as a human being, it makes me sick to my core, honestly. I guarantee that the reason why 99% of the white Americans aren't speaking up is because they would be labeled a racist just for speaking common sense. Like the things that we are stating in this podcast, it's not really opinionated. I mean, there's some opinions thrown in there, but it's based on facts.
This is
straight
unbiased.
facts.
Unbiased.
So I don't understand. So they're not speaking up because they're going to be labeled as racist, and I've seen this. I went to predominantly black schools growing up in my neighborhood, and that's just facts. I was always labeled the white kid, the stupid little white kid that walks weird, moves his mouth weird and shit like that, just because I was white. I mean, I had one black girl come up to me and said, "Aren't y'all's dicks pink?" Like, that really happened. Like, aren't they pink? Aren't they little? Like, really?
Yeah. I mean,
Just because I'm white?
I mean,
I never said anything about them. Period. Like, I know it sounds funny, but that shit really happened to me when I was a kid. So, and I'm sick of it because it's still happening today. There's a story that I can talk about real fast. I was working at the other Walmart that I worked at, and sorry if there's a lot of noise in the background. Hopefully it's not being picked up, but there's people being loud as hell in my house when they know that I'm recording. So I'm just loud as hell. My family's loud as shit. Redneck ass family, loud as hell, yelling at each other on the phone. I don't know why country ass people do that shit. Yeah, when I was going to the store last week, hell, I mean, shit, I got the last cabbage. Hell yeah, I did. I got that last cabbage. You bet. Hell yeah. And I got them little Debbie
man,
cakes.
fuck them cabbages though.
Hell yeah, I did. Yes, I did, Martha. Oh, you don't believe me, Martha? Let me tell you something, Martha. Like, they're loud as hell.
Get really closer to the phone and say, I got 10 of them motherfuckers on sale, and I swear to fuck I swear to God, if you don't check our account right now and let me get these 10 cabbages, we are fucking done.
Exactly. Like, they're so loud. I don't understand. If anybody has a country family out there, like redneck family from the hills,
From
they
the
understand.
hills.
My whole family.
From
Like,
the
half my
boonies.
family is half my family's like Native American, the other half straight rednecks. So, but anyway, I'm just kind of tired of being labeled a racist simply because I'm white. There was this one time at Walmart when I was working there. I was friends with one of the old men named Howard. He was just, the door greeter and stuff, but he was also in charge of like making sure everything's paid for going out the door. And there was this lady and she was talking on the phone, and she was really distracted and stuff. She happened to be black, and Howard was like, "Hey, I don't think that she scanned that item just now." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think she did either." And keep in mind that me and him did this all the time, mostly to white people, because the Walmart that I worked in was in a, you know, like a very white populated
Dominantly
area.
white area.
Yeah, it was in Turkey Creek, so
Very white.
very white, very white, very
Very white.
very white. But it was just really annoying because when we confronted her, she immediately pulled the race card. When we did this to everybody, not just black people, not to Mexicans or Hispanics. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong term. Mostly white people. We were like, "Hey, did you scan this?" So I counted her items, and Howard got it wrong. She actually did get all of it. She was like, "I think this is very racist." And I went the hell off, and I was like, "All right, I'm not doing this Black Lives Matter shit with you right now. I do this to everybody. I don't care if you're pink, purple, or gray. I don't give a damn what color your skin is. If I think you didn't scan some shit, I'm going to check and make sure you scanned it. Period. It's not about race."
It's just the easiest thing to pull. It's the easy thing for them
when
to
they're
pull.
in a corner, and I'm sorry I'm saying they, but a lot of you guys
Yeah.
do this. A lot of black
Yeah.
men and black women do this. It's because it's poisoned in your brain that that's what you have to do. It's all about race. Everything is racist. It's not. It's how the world works. If we think you don't scan some shit, if we think you stole some shit, I'm going to call you out on it. I'm going to be like, "Hey, did you get this? If you did, cool. If you didn't, hey, you need to pay for that shit."
Yeah, don't be like,
It's as
"Oh, this
simple as
guy's
that.
this guy's African American. I should probably just let him go if he stole something." Like it's
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
Like-
same thing with the white guy. It's the same deal. Doesn't make any
And-
difference.
And I'm not going to lie, it was mostly white people that were stealing. And that's the case with every single Walmart. It's usually some crackheaded ass white guy that's on all kinds of drugs that comes in twitching and shit, just like, yeah, I'm bringing this back, but I didn't pay for it. Oh shit. But that's just usually how it is. Like, it's not black people, but when we do call out a black person, it's not okay because that's racist. But when they get caught, you know, they pull the race card. It's not about race.
Yeah.
Period. Never has been. In my lifetime. Maybe in the 50s, 40s, 1800s, sure. But America has grown. Our forefathers set down a foundation, not so that the country was perfect from that day, but so that the country could continue to perfect itself. That government was put into place so that we are able to perfect ourselves. It's not a communist government. It's not a dictatorship. We're able to make the country better together. And that's not what we're doing right now.
Nope.
We're dividing and conquering. Period. So,
No cap.
I just don't want I just don't want my children to live in a world like whether they're biracial or just flat out white. I don't know what my future wife is. Just to be judged by their skin color, period. Like they're not able to exercise their First Amendment or Second Amendment for that matter, as the woman we talked about earlier, simply because of their skin color. And I just don't think that's right. And yeah. But on to some lighthearted stuff. That's all the political stuff we have. We're probably going to talk a little bit more stuff about political because that's the whole world. Shit. That's the whole world right now. That's all of America right now. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
shit going on, and we really need to talk about it.
Yes, sir.
I just don't think it's right if we just turn our head the other way and look in another direction when this horrible stuff is going on in the world and there's kids being murdered and stuff like that. It just doesn't feel right to
That's
me.
the whole point, though. You know, we talk about, you know, we talk about real shit. We're always going to be unfiltered. We're always going to speak our minds. That's the whole point. You know, if you guys are fans of us, we really appreciate your support. You know, if you want to share this video, you know, get the word out. You know, we really appreciate you sticking with us, and we're getting a decent, you know, amount of views on some of these videos. You know, we hope that y'all, you know, will continue to, you know, grow with us and you know, give us ideas on what we need to do. We certainly appreciate everything you do for us.
Exactly, and we actually do have a decent audience on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well that
That's
I've
great.
figured out this past week.
We love you guys
So,
too. Love our
shout out to
YouTube
you guys.
family. We love
Hell
our
yeah.
YouTube family, our Spotify family, everybody.
All the families. But some lighthearted shit. So they're coming out with a 100 terabyte SSD, and it's a stupid ass amount. Wasn't it like 12 grand?
Let me look again. I think it said like $12,600 retail, but like that's 100,000 gigabytes. Like, who needs something? Who needs something like that?
That's a lifetime supply of storage, pretty much.
But you're never like, you know how much of like, I know you can always remove that, but like,
yeah, but what happens when they come out with some shit that's faster? Like, they come out with something that loads a lot faster. You're like, damn, I spent that 12 grand on that.
Isaiah,
But
I swear, Isaiah, I swear, I just looked up a 100 terabyte hard drive, and there is something. The first thing that came up is called a Nimble Storage All Flash AF Series. $1 million.
Oh, hell no.
3,800. 1,3,800.
Y'all can keep that shit.
Yeah, y'all can
can
make a
keep
house
that
out of
shit.
them. Oh, dude, this
I'll keep my little 4 terabyte hard drive and my 500 gigabyte SSD.
This
I'll
is-
keep that shit.
This is crazy, Isaiah. Like, this is oh, wow, this is an entire computer, I'm pretty sure. It has like an 18 core processor up to 4.3 gigahertz. Dude, this is crazy. It has a 512 gigabyte SSD. See, the Intel Xeon W processors provide up to 18 cores, 36 threads, like 4.5 gigahertz. This is crazy. It's a $27,000 system. What is this? Like, why would you need
Yeah, the only
something
people
like
that need computers like that are like NASA. And that's probably about it. honestly.
100,000 gigabytes
100,000 gigabytes.
on a single?
Oh, there's a cheaper alternative. There's a 50 terabyte that you can get. But I mean, who knows? Now, like I said,
yeah.
to you earlier today, I don't know if they're going to be making games here in the future that's going to be like a terabyte each. I mean, shit, look at Modern Warfare.
How much are you gonna
it's-
have to pay for that storage, Isaiah? I mean, you're gonna have to pay so much money.
Shit, I don't know. It's going to have to... They're going to have to start optimizing these damn games. That's all I got to know.
By the time you and I
Yeah.
are like our parents' age or whatever, they're gonna have something out there that costs so much money, and it's gonna be so realistic that you have to dedicate an entire room just to the system.
Oh, hell yeah.
to
VR
experience it.
is definitely going to be some shit in the future. I mean, me personally, I don't think I could ever play the VR shit because I'll just get motion sickness. and-
Right. That's what a lot of people
and-
deal with.
Yeah, I don't do all that shit, which is cool. I prefer sitting down and playing with the controller. That's just what I've always preferred to do.
Somebody said something to me. One of my neighbors that lives up the street and streams. I think he told me that like when he does VR, like he said like he does like VR streams so often that like real life feels shitty. Like he said like real life like feels like it feels like the alternate life that he
Oh
lives.
hell
like,
no, bro!
yeah.
I would never want to be in that state.
He does it so he makes like $3,000 a month just streaming, but he's like, nah, dude, this like it makes like real life seem like almost unreal.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I like the world I live in now. Well, kinda.
For now.
For now, yeah. Till BLM takes over. But
Man,
yeah, I don't know if it's like a future-proof thing or something. I do imagine that in about 10 years, games will be like 500 gigabytes and stuff like that, and that'll just be a normal thing.
Modern Warfare, the next Call of Duty game that comes out.
Modern Warfare 4 that comes out, that shit, 750 gigabytes
That's-
on release day.
that's just for an
without the
update.
damn DLC.
Yeah, that's just for the updates.
Bro, yeah, Modern Warfare is serious. It's like 225 gigabytes to download it now.
Man, I was so
I tried to
excited.
download it on my computer.
I was
the
so
other day.
excited when that came out, man, and now I'm just like, damn, this takes up literally like 1/8 of my entire like storage.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a whole nother story
That's
about
bullshit.
how disappointed I am in that game. But Damn campers.
I'm so disappointed in it.
I'm so damn. I loved the campaign. The
The
campaign was
campaign's
awesome,
good, but I played the same missions over and over again.
Yeah, if your campaign has missions to where you can just sit there and play them shits over and over again, trying to like perfect it, like that night mission, bro. That shit, it was
Man,
just so fun.
I love
playing
them.
that on realism mode.
They didn't have
So
enough night missions, in my opinion.
Yeah, they had like 3, I think.
2 or 3.
And well, 2 definitely, and there was one where you just it was like a sandbox mission. That shit was awesome. You just went to like 3 different locations and cleared out each house. That shit was awesome. Need more shit like that. But next story, Juice WRLD, the rapper that unfortunately passed away last December, came out with this album today, with a new album today. I listened to all of it. It was good. I'll probably have to listen to some of the songs again to, put them on my actual daily listening playlist. But it was a good album. It really was. It was pretty fucking depressing. Like, because he's dead. And the opening speech is really depressing and stuff. And here's another example of the fact that black people can do whatever you want and whatever they want if they put their mind to it and they put in the work and the effort. Just the same as white people, Hispanics. He was a black guy, and his opening quote of the album was that you can be whatever you want to be. Doesn't matter. Just put in the work and you'll get results. That's pretty much what he said at the beginning of the album. And yeah, if you guys like Juice WRLD, if you like his music, go listen to it. That album did just come out today. So yeah, that was just a little side story. But yeah, I don't know if you like Juice WRLD or not, Josh, but
My girlfriend
it's a pretty good
listens to
album.
him a lot, and I do like some of his music, but I do agree with you. A lot of it is depressing. Some of his music, it is kind of depressing, but he does have some good stuff. I do like him.
yeah, it's depressing, but it's like a lot of it is real shit that a lot of people don't want to talk about in their music. So I respect them for that. But yeah, so our strange, funny topic for the day is what you guys have all been waiting for. So if you could be any fictional character from either an anime, a cartoon, a reality TV show, I don't know why the hell do you pick that, but a regular TV show, somebody out of a book, who would you pick, Josh?
I don't know, man. Would you maybe mind to tell me who you are first? I think I need to think on it a little bit because I have so many different ideas in my head, but I feel like you got yours picked out. So tell me who you would be.
I would be Itachi Uchiha from Naruto. Let me tell you why. So, I feel like he kind of represents me as a person as far as characters go, because right now I kind of feel like I'm setting myself up for a better future for the world, but maybe not really the best life. Because I've gotten some messages and stuff from people saying that I'm racist and stuff like that, and that's kind of what I feel like right now. I feel like freaking Itachi Uchiha. I'm being wrongly criticized for speaking the truth and trying to make the next generation better. And if you don't know anything about Itachi from Naruto, he pretty much sacrificed his life and was ridiculed as a criminal for his entire life when all he did was try to protect the village's future and stuff like that. He murdered his entire clan. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and start shooting in the living room or something like that. I'm not saying that. But like, he had to protect the village because a war was about to break out. He didn't want a war to break out, and he also did everything in his power to motivate his little brother, Sasuke, to make himself as powerful as possible, which he kind of failed in a way because Sasuke's ideals was all kinds of fucked up in the show. But he was just a little kid. He was naive. But when he grows up, like in the new show that's out now, he's a lot more mature, and he's like a Itachi. He's like an older Itachi now. So he did everything in his power to make the Leaf Village in the show prominent and to survive and have a better future. And yeah, I just feel like that'd be a cool character to be, because not only was he a badass, he was strong as hell. He was very intelligent. He spoke very eloquently. He knew what the hell he was talking about. He knew what other people were going to do before they even did it. So I just think he'd be such a cool character to be. And he had a lot of females on his side in the show too.
Yeah, especially in the very beginning, dude.
Yeah, he had a lot of female. The girls loved him. Let's just say that. So that would be pretty cool too.
So
yeah.
he's your favorite.
Yeah, definitely. So what about you?
I mean, it's funny you were talking about him a lot. You know, I always kind of like thought of myself as like either like the Naruto type. You know, like from a young age. You know, I felt like, you know, I was kind of like looked down upon, you know, when I was growing up, you know, trying to come up and, you know, make something of myself. You know, I had, you know, high ambitions and high goals. And, you know, as you know, early on when, you know, Naruto was coming up, you know, he was cursed from the beginning. You know, he had the nine-tailed fox.
Oh, yeah, everybody hated him.
Yeah, everybody hated him. You know, he had the nine-tailed fox seal. Everybody, you know, the village elders and Hokage and everybody knew that he was the nine-tailed fox child. And, you know, that he, you know, had great power, you know, sealed within him. So, like, you know, but he was really heavily ridiculed, you know, throughout his young age. And he just never gave up, though. And he didn't listen to people's ridicule. And, you know, anything that he said to people and they doubted it, he would just tell them to, you know, believe it. You know, believe what I'm telling you, you know, believe in me. And even if you doubt me, I'm going to prove you wrong. And I'm going to keep, even if I fail,
Exactly.
you know, I'll keep. Even if I fail, I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to show you that I can be, you know, one of the strongest people out there. And you know, that's why I think he represents me really well, because, you know, he struggled a lot. He's fought with some very powerful people. You know, he's had to deal with heavy ridicule. He's had to deal with his own demons, you know, within his own head and with people out in the world. He's
Nobody had more willpower than Naruto, like
Right.
out of every damn anime. Like he never wavered.
Nobody
He never gave up,
had a
period.
bigger appetite than Naruto either, and I can relate to that shit
Hell
too.
no. Maybe Goku.
Yeah, Goku could outdo Naruto, but they both eat just as much ramen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit! But no, you know, Naruto really represents me a lot just because of
Yeah, I
know,
can see him representing me as well. I think everybody could relate to Naruto.
Well, I
but
mean, I think that's the whole
aspiring
point.
Yeah, aspiring to be Naruto, like that's a good ass goal to have, honestly. Not to be a ninja, you know, but to like always have that mindset of I'm gonna do this shit and I'm gonna accomplish it, and there's nothing you can do about
It's
it.
the whole I'm gonna
give up.
I'm gonna be Hokage. Like that was the whole thing.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna
like-
be Hokage, and guess what? In the show that's still running, he's Hokage,
Yep.
and he's by far the strongest of Hokages.
Like
Has
ever.
Yeah, by far. Now Sasuke is probably more powerful than him in the new show, but
Sasuke has an
Sasuke-
entire different clan, like that instilled the power within him. Like he has a whole different set.
oh hell yeah, Sasuke. I mean, it's not like he's way more powerful than Naruto. They're on the same par, but he's smarter than Naruto. There's a lot of things he has over Naruto.
I think Naruto just has a lot more explosive power, and I think
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
mean, I think Naruto's always going to end up winning at the end of the day.
Yeah, he just never gives up.
That's why
period,
it's called
so.
Naruto.
All right, Josh is dying currently.
My bad, bro.
He's dying. All right. It's not Corona, is it?
No, it's not Karima.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
All right, so I think we're gonna close out the show here. I hope that you guys did enjoy listening to everything that we had to say. This was probably my favorite episode we've done.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
man. This was like probably one of the realest, most unfiltered episodes we've ever had. We talked really casually. There was no nervousness involved. You know, I think we're really getting the hang of this podcast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this will be longer. We were gonna just do 30 minutes, but I said to hell with it. I had a lot to talk about, so this will be almost an hour long. But yeah, I really appreciate those that are tuning in every single week, and I do have a few friends that are just kind of binge watching them. Like they'll skip a week and then they'll watch 2 episodes, so that they're watching like a movie or listening to, a movie. But really, when I say I appreciate you guys, I truly do. We do put in a lot of work.
We love you.
We've been kind of busy at our actual day-to-day jobs recently, but we're going to be back on the grind here soon, making skits, making them as entertaining to watch as possible. Reaction videos are coming soon as well. And definitely some more podcasts every single week. We haven't missed a week yet, so I'm proud of us.
Yes, sir.
But if you guys enjoyed it, share it around. I think a lot of people need to hear what we have to say. And I'm sure that maybe some eyes will be opened and this country and this world will change for the better. If we just, clear our heads and think logically, unlike Black Lives Matter people do. So, you have anything to say before we close out the show, Josh?
I just want to go ahead and thank everybody. This is our 6th episode. We wouldn't be at 6 episodes right now if we were getting like 2 views on every single one of these. Like Isaiah was saying.
No, I would have just said piss on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'd have said the same exact thing. You wouldn't have been wrong. I wouldn't have ridiculed you for that. But like, we put a lot of work into these videos, just like Isaiah said. Isaiah puts in more work than I do on these. He edits all of these. He puts all the extra clips in. He makes sure that the audio sounds crisp and good before we put anything on YouTube or Spotify or Apple. So just a big shout out to Isaiah for doing all that extra stuff. The only thing I'm doing really is talking and acting and all of that stuff. But like he said, we love y'all. We appreciate you for sticking with us. That's why we keep doing this. Share with your friends, anybody who you think would be interested in this podcast. Share with them. Share the DWA Live channel with them. Share Isaiah's channel. Share my personal finance channel if you get a chance. If you're having any kind of financial struggles and you need a little bit of advice, just look at my channel. Learn some things. If you want to go laugh your ass off, go to Isaiah's channel, watch some of his gameplays, watch his reaction videos. We got a lot more reaction videos coming out. We got more comedy skits coming out. But the whole reason that we're doing this is because of you guys, and we really appreciate your support. And we continue to grow together. Me and Isaiah continue to learn more and more as the process goes. The more videos we make, the more we learn to work with each other and talk about real stuff. That's what this is all about. So we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day and stay true.
Stay true. But before I do close this out, I do want to shout out to Josh real quick, because if it wasn't for him, honestly, I probably would have gave this shit up a long time ago. He does keep me motivated. That's something that I've always had problems with on my personal channel. Like, I'm just like, all right, well, it's not getting that many views. I just feel like I'm wasting my time at this point. But having somebody else on this journey with me, helping me, shouting me out, telling me to just keep my head up and stuff, we say that shit to each other, helps out a lot. And Josh is probably pissed off that I didn't let him close out the podcast. But I just spent the last fucking minute of this podcast praising this dude, thanking him and stuff. So I think he'll be alright. But yeah, like he said, and like I said, as always, guys, stay true to yourself, stay true to everybody else. And I love you guys.
Love you guys.